Omaya Gyimah, yensom yeninipa. Kumasi nyaminie, uti Afro 614 radio. Omaya Gyimah with Kumasi nyame on Afro 614 radio.
Yama obi bia kwaba edeba Omaya Gyimah so ewo Afro 614 radio. Your friend Kumasi nyame. They said they munim no makache mo say for couple of weeks there. Mene Dr. Gyimah ne bedi dwuman ye beka ware ho nsem. These are the communications that have been missing from our society, and it seems we do not pay attention to it. And for that matter, home consequences be brain na eba yeso nti ye be dwendwene our real home for some time ni nti Mr. bear with me Sunday bia no about 1 o'clock mene Dr. Gyimah beba na abedi our real home ko kakra but answer na no they say de bia munim say menya base na mtena Omaya Gyimah so de a
Omaya Gyimah
equal. As far as say equal, so Mr. Gyimah and running equal. So remember that equal who crack as some crack answer. But equal a printing press beer. So all person will be a printing volume copies mawa. Open color copies open business cards, open envelopes, open brochures, open flyers, open promo items, open booklets, carbonless forms, invitations, rubber stamps. Photos by equal. Mr. Gyimah and the chalk Omaya Gyimah nama come 1900 East Dublin Granville Road, Columbus, Ohio 43229. Telephone number is 614-888-2201. 614-888-2201. Equal and home common no. Upe t-shirt printing so you be nice the amount. And you find say be amati kubi. Ne kuna amati and be amu pese mo printable t-shirts I would buy equal you be nice t-shirts na yeah the amount. Mamema Dr. Gyimah Akwawa. Yes sir.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
It's funny saying that up. I'm sorry. Happy Father's Day. But for some reason, I mean, guys, it will be said, I don't know who said, Mammy, as well with your fathers. It don't say that, Mom, thank you. But to us, I have said, you come over, so we said, you come over, Papa. We said, then I started sending it to you, and then I sent one to you, you sent one back.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Ti yema papa no mo mu wi ase nyina happy Father's Day.
You know na me catch will be say Father's Day we don't get the hype as Mother's Day. I think you start hearing about it be a week too. Father's Day no na
no crowd
I want to say but your bomb member nyina so fathers no I think they deserve all of the praise and sacrifices of my and bebre, and we just wish Obia a happy Father's Day. Yesterday, Nyame na sumdue nyansa any bibia ma every father out there otiasibia, and even at these times we remember some of Papa no Momo Frimu, and it's also a good time to reflect on their contribution to what we have become, some of us have become.
Yes.
I think it's a good day.
Yes, especially the fathers are forming institutions.
Yeah.
Omunti and independence. Omunti we can talk freely. You know, we really need to remember these people because a lot of people sacrifice their lives so we can live better.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing that fathers do. Fathers sacrifice their lives. There was this guy I was talking to, was if on Tatari Monota. Also, but Tataria is that Nere and Nema. And he never realized that until so started picking up weight. And I realized it's about 5 to 6 years in on tour. Atare that entire that dialogue. Or see they cry or to the media. The suit or dana and one of switches up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think fathers we deserve more than just one day, cry. You know, it has to be every
every other week.
Every other week.
Fathers, you know, I can't hold bully. I question really a boss of a cry. Never feel.
Last week, no, you need any copy,
no, we don't.
Any outlet beer.
No, we don't.
Every other week, we are celebrating Father's Day. Kenya.
Aye. Not in the interview. Hey, you say fathers in one woman say you can't move every other week be ano. Open your side you can't move every week be ano say you jide bully. You like a 1 hour class say
no, but can obi or say for a number of years on to then I think it happened to me. My name some I kind of had a free Trinidad by me ram papa fee them were Jersey. I was shocked.
Oh yeah, you said it on Legacy.
Yeah,
you said it on Legacy.
I was expecting to see, but I think say he
give me that you know.
No,
it's all buy no free trainer that will buy.
Yeah.
Or papa be free airport or the be fee.
Any airport me be see Miami and far Greyhound.
Okay.
Or the me be fee no. We read them hona no. Afina into my mind I was thinking say ebia ya ba obi ho na actually no
Mobako. Because only bu papa. Only bu papa. Yeah.
Ono ankasa ni fie. And also kwese ha na metio. And also I could have bought.
But oka say a hotel. Oka say hotel. Ohun say o hwe bibi wo ho nti o make o he wani mu.
I think say he saw. So you know parents they know their kids. My body language showed some kind of
disappointment.
Bisa and or say Echogam said he could have bought anything he wanted to buy. But for the sake of my name is sister and T. You know, he wanted to make sure that we were able to go to school. We got everything we needed. And those were the sacrifices he made for us.
Oh, the moment now making that statement,
well, listen,
how did you feel?
Man, it was I after my like, you know, once they didn't bring us up to show much emotion here. Also, baby, I just stood and I was so filled with appreciation for him, and after that, I valued him more. Like, say, wow,
this guy did this for me.
Yeah, to be in America and yes, he was living like any, but the sacrifice, it was just obvious. You know,
you could tell say a conscious decision.
Yes, it was a conscious decision. Until later, we got settled down. My sister came here. My wife did everything, and he went and bought his own house with my stepmom, and they lived.
Afraid of starting to believe in life.
Or sending pictures, Bremia. He's dressing better than I do.
Yeah.
You know. And these are some of the things that I think say many fathers. Sometimes you see fathers around with Abia. They're not dressing up to how we want them to, but there has to be a reason, you know. And I think here's where our wives can help us. Abia, mandresi na ko baby. You know, you don't just say in a way now the mechi. You know, find a better way
to say it. You know, as someone I kind of a deep mommy, and it's me, and I kind of experience the same thing too. Because my papa back Ghana, my papa.
Yeah.
And then I came to the US. I'm drew US, and I'm rough, you know. I feel like I'm living, you know. Me living there, Ghana was better than.
Yeah.
There me many who, you know. I don't know, say expectation yeah, they bad because they be a bad you know. And me, there was no conversation that was hard with me. I think that we get to appreciate if that conversation is hard.
Yeah.
It's a situation no papa who knows hard, you know. Who say no, I need to let him understand why.
Yeah.
When you get that information, I feel be very appreciative of your father. And you say, appreciate, you know, but intensify because who said no, this man is doing this for me, detriment of himself. It's the more respect for him. Yeah. And I think that's one thing that we do not do as fathers. Yeah. Because we do not speak out.
Yeah, and I think it's not just fathers, parents in general. With we have to open up to them. You know, let the kids know our financial situation. Yes, and they don't make any unnecessary demands. You know, We used to telling your man say we don't have money, and something happened. There was something and me babo and a pill, and they they say, can I show you something on your phone now? Baby, I can't. Not where you are the quattro. Into here the quattro, and my wife now say, oh mommy, we don't have money. I didn't say $17. We don't have money, but I can pay for it. Your more allowance and on no check so they be a catch. So we don't have money for that. What you know when we say 17 don't know about me afford it, you know. But we let them know. Say, listen, we have certain things that with Yesika we can't just be buying
stuff because we see them,
home, you know. But we try to get them, but we let them know. Say, hey, you be Biana.
Honestly, this statement, you know, is very profound to me because if conversations are being had, assumptions, to be tracked.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell me minimum the crop. So in my mind, me meet me a fan in a way. I
was calling to a home, young guy was making some high demands for sneakers from me.
Oh, and they will happen.
And to my minister, I'm planning casa. I said, we didn't come. The Okwana me busa a boy and said, oh, mommy, penny paper. So the boy we sat down like, okay. And now mommy Gyimah. No, can't be mommy Gyimah. I'm so I think say let's assume say this is how much it makes an hour. And I started trotro here. Now I'm saying maybe I'm muti saying, no, I can't. So mommy drive home. Okay, petrol.
Sure, as petrol.
Yes, this is BBI, no.
No, Medica.
At the end of the month, no, based on our calculation, na mamini sika ebeka the bottom was about $150. Because the fearful in our account said, hey, be our supporting for fear. Oh, my ba, sorry, I'm so sure she gives to the church. And I'm saying, how do you expect, say, no, Gyimah 40 hours a week? Only almost 100 plus and to sneakers. Now, on one casa all struggle. No, this is what she has for herself. Is it fair? No, it's not fair. Indeed, when we have these conversations, I think it does a lot, and the men, we are in a better position to lead our families in these kinds of conversations because unfortunately we've passed so much to our wives, which there's nothing wrong with that, but the kids, and I think our wives have to also see that role that you play as heads of
let me ask this. You know, say your hierarchy. To say there's always gonna be a hierarchy. Ofri said the tina amasa system and another institution are dysfunctional because it seems say a member don't know our rules, a man don't know our rules, and heads are clashing all the time. Because most of the time, say who say our for air kwa. Bemana is always talking about umume. Obana is always talking about he's not doing what he's supposed to do. What do you think? For me, tell me hierarchy, how it goes and how it's supposed to be now.
Also, every organization, when there is a disruption of hierarchy, it creates confusion.
Yes.
Black Stars, Captain Sembai,
also 92 abedine
Tony Eboa, is it Tony
Eboa? Abedine Blaster coach your first kick Kosiapia kick Farolo kick
and the young 92 recently is it Pate
Patene Dede you could ask more if I started with Samojan any Dede.
But the point is that anytime there's a disruption in hierarchy and there's a misunderstanding, things happen. Into here from the get-go last week near camp be about this sacred institution called marriage in Yankopon Ankasa. God made man the head from get-go. Into where said near last week Bonsam Babe tempt to Omono immediately he went to Eve and made Eve the de facto leader, making her take decisions for both of them. Into her Joseph say if and become nikunu so dear.
Can you say no they be brave?
If that was the scenario. But look at what happens. He did not call out for Adam and Eve. He called out for Adam. Where are you? because God was establishing the fact that Adam, you are in charge, you are responsible. Unse ye won kwala wo fie na no na me back girl no catch me say I seem to have a softer spot for Ketwano, and I'm harsh with her. And I'm saying because you are older, I expect a lot from you. Ujam kwala wo fie na BBC a oba penny na wani brain so.
Of course.
Because there is that chain of command. And you move throughout the scriptures when God is making covenants. He says, I'm the God of Abraham, the God of Jacob. He never said, I'm the God of Abraham and Sarah. Yes, say he had anything against Sarah. There's that chain of command. Then you go to the New Testament. Paul is writing to the church in Corinth, and I'll say, the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. Chain of command. The moment you best step out of that role, no, we lose the blessings associated.
The chain of command for me, your God, Christ, man,
and woman. Yeah. The moment we move away from that chain, or see the head of every man is Christ, the head of every woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. In Tina, you say a man should submit to their husbands as unto Christ. When we look at this role now, and then unfortunately, many of these roles have been switched into Father's Day before I started. If there's any gift that you can give any man in your family, it is giving them back the authority they have in that home.
Because living in society, when you are making a statement, now put man and authority in the same statement, that becomes a problem.
No, but it is the root of all of our problems. When we say authority, it doesn't mean say you dominating anyone. It is functional authority. Remember, we have the roles that you play. You see, when it comes to some certain tough situations, then
they need men.
But we have roles, and unfortunately, that may my example be earlier on here didn't come on. Sometimes indirectly, or subconsciously, we pass on that authority. Maybe ankwala no ba ho daddy say ni say osi kubusa mama yes momo sa kubusa mama sa anti ebedu baby the man has nothing to even offer. In Tinkulano, they get to the point where they begin to see said there is no need even going to daddy because daddy doesn't have a say. Ibia obano. Psychologically. And it takes a wise woman, and I keep using that cautiously. It takes a wise woman to find a way to give that authority back to the man. A simple question as Edia na opeso udi. And saying anything Adia, I know most women don't like that. My wife doesn't like that. Because that's the only time they want to hear, say, what do you want me
make a
to
decision.
Prepare for you
Make a
as
decision.
the man of the house?
Yeah.
Something as simple as, the obey
the obey so that they are the so I would say
into Osha, I think there's always been an effort to give us the authority, but we are
reject it.
We are rejecting it unconsciously. Maybe I call baby your busa question. Busa me there might be situations say Obano is a better public speaker and I say BB visa, but there has to be a way the man also has some control or takes charge of certain things. And yes, we would face these problems going on. And one of the key, and I believe most of our listeners believers and Christians
we don't patch out a message Wow, fast. Wow, fast. What see, darling?
Hey, mom, must name me aunt now. There be so switchy rolls.
Hey, me switchy rolls. Wow, aunt.
Me aunt.
Aha, Bamsi, what fast though? Oh, aunt. Or say, it is what it is. Man is the head.
Okay. It is there, but unfortunately, some men are not taking that mantle. And I think that we've talked about this several times, the way we are brought up. If there is no man figure, if there's no father figure to teach the boys how to be men, it creates problems.
And looking at this now, you really think it's a dysfunctional institution, dysfunctional hierarchy, no? And that critique most of the problems that we are in the family.
So, what can be about Sawari Fonya problem is two things. The man would always say, my wife doesn't respect me. And then the wife would say, be man no me. And then most men would counter, say, Medwaba Bruchri, Matoka Mao, Mesifia Mao, Edium.
Our work area always a week just to make sure you have roof over your head.
Over your head, what is it? But that is not the key. When you go to the respect part now, over hierarchy, Christ is the head of the man. The man is supposed to submit to Christ. He is the head of the woman is supposed to submit to the man. But the woman is only submitting to the man just as the man is submitting to Christ. Until when the man is not submitting to Christ, he loses that argument to receive proper submission, because when I person submitting man,
submit to be and as well, very practical about men. We even forget that we have somebody as a submitted to. We don't even like we just feel say my wife have to submit to me. Yeah, but you're not submitting to the person you're supposed to submit to. Internet leadership by example. Yes, that's what it is. Wow. Internet why I say Abia whistleblowers in organizations blow whistle on their bosses. The bosses have gone out of line. Out of line. And the moment you go out of line, you lose that authority to become the ideal boss for that person. And then they say, no, I cannot submit to you. To this guy. I cannot work under you. So we sabotage you anytime. Yeah, because, and they have the right to do that. It is the same thing in the family. The men are not being the men that Nyame are afraid to be. And then there's a problem here. The problem, we know you mean kind of because we are also guilty in certain ways. Are. But I think it falls down to us, and that's why God went to Adam straight and said, Adam, where are you? Where are you? Where are you in the position I'm do share? No? Where are you? Yeah. You know, where are you? He don't even address the woman. It's Adam that brought the woman in the conversation. It's the woman that you gave me. You think God didn't know that? He knew that, but he expected you as Adam to play a certain role. Many of our men have, even in our Christian homes, they are not leading worship at home. They are not leading any devotion at home. They're not praying at home. Until the kids have defaulted to mama no mama and nkolani bompaye. Daddy went wada. Daddy went ohe TV. Daddy went oyese. Daddy occupied. Daddy occupied. It is like that is just the roommate. I think say, at the end of the day, no, the extra listeners and say, men, take back that authority that God has given you. It is yours to lead. Take it back. Yes, Remo, that's the gift we want. The best Father's Day gift is to give back the authority to Bermano. And even if help him to exercise that authority. The man you me who say Obonsam is very kind. Yeah. Obonsam is very kind and say so sha on the men in our ref say we also have somebody to submit to. Yeah. And the man also is looking at it from a lens of say, okay, me mu buhai. Yeah. Me say ma no dey na we move. That's how a man also heard it. If they're looking at that way, wow. In our defense, no, we turn it back and say, "Natufia mao, matoka mao." You know, I give you everything you need or you want. And it is deeper than that. It's deeper than that. The man has to be. When you go to families, the father is submitting to his authority now. There is peace. And I really think that then the conversation should be more focused on how men submit to the authority. Yeah. Because since our conversation now, me honestly, I've never even thought about it that way now. I've always thought about it as the man being the head and the woman being under the man. Yeah. Until the man submit to the woman, and the woman lost. You can say man lost the woman.
Yeah.
Man submit to the woman submit to the man.
Yeah.
That's how I mind it.
Yeah.
My father said, I never thought about it. Say you have to lead so the woman can also see you leading and emulate from.
Yeah.
You know your footsteps and also decide. Say, oh, okay, me couldn't say the end.
Yeah.
I never thought about it.
Because the man has to be accountable to someone.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
On anyhow.
Of course.
You know.
Of course.
And it's an arrogant position to be in, where you feel you don't answer to anyone. You know, it's dangerous. Yeah, it's dangerous, and the danger a woman said you are bypassing God's chain of command because Obano comes along with the uniqueness. Bemano has his own uniqueness. They join together and become one, not the same. Into Obano has her own gifts. Into when you are following your chain of command, you submit to Nyankopon. He gives you that humble heart, that humility to listen to the partner Nyankopon de Amaono, who is unique in her own way. And then when you begin to listen to that person, because you become one in purpose, now you have the same goal. I'm working towards whatever goals you've agreed on. And you begin to say, you know, the wife is submitting to you, you are submitting. There's
a coordination.
Yeah,
coordination.
There's nothing like we see man I say we say me seven and I say me tieti and so no. It's a nice because Obama.
I say Pep Guardiola system no.
And also yeah,
Pep Guardiola system. Obi
Yeah.
Esa oti rule na say ansana.
Into unse even your macrano they want fairness. Into say Juma ne acha ba ho nyane de it's the same thing. Into Emmanuel psychological, they are looking at the same thing. Say, I'm pulling my weight. I'm doing so much in the family. What are you doing? Bareja, yeah, handful. Into me, Musaya Kese. You know, it's going to create problems. We have to understand, sir. We also answer to a higher authority, and that authority, if we are able to keep our portion, our part of the dealer, it's a trickle effect. It has so much blessings on the rest of the family because there is a blessings involved in just that hierarchy, if we follow it up.
So say, you lose, we are looking at this functional family, you lose the hierarchy system, How do we bring it back? I'm making sure that system has been in place, even in our little corner.
Sankofa. Go back and take it. If I have lost my authority in my home, I know. Go back and take it. If my wife has taken it away from me, she knows. Give it back to me. The moment we do that, because if in many families, Okomwa, by just observing things, the woman is the man.
Especially Okroma.
Yeah, the woman is the man. And we have to know, Satan knows this. If I can disrupt that chain of command, I've disrupted the flow of blessings with following that chain of command. In Tosha, the attack on our men is so much. Look at how many of our men are omunifie. They are in the prisons. Look at how many of our men. Look at the attack on our men.
As more for the statistics, this is 80% of black children are born out of wedlock.
Yeah.
It is only 20%.
Yeah. He knows that. He knows that if a man has his rightful role in the house,
be very fine.
Because that man understands he's accountable to Nyankopon. And he's leading his family. The enemy knows that. He doesn't have to come and do anything crazy, but just disrupt that. And this whole thing about equality, it's a push to fight against that. It has never been about equality, because by mere looking at us, we are not equal.
We are not.
We are all unique in our own way. And we bring that uniqueness, but that chain of command, if I can disrupt it.
As a matter of fact, in 2006, there was a UN report that says man and woman are equal at only 47%. 2006. Man and woman. Yeah, men cry. We are totally, our way of reasoning is different.
Yeah.
Our physics is different.
Yeah.
Our, just say, anything about our lives now.
Yeah.
They different.
It's different. It's just common sense. Let's put it that way. You're different. We are unique. You know, and the beauty of our rare, and I cherish and I admire Omoma Wari Omodaso Wari. It's just beautiful. Say Ofa will be from a different family background. Bemasu from a different family background. No mabe kambo maya wari for. It's a miracle.
It is.
You know, it's a miracle. Some of us know for our wives to even keep up with the things we do. No, it's a miracle. You know.
Yes, it is.
My upbringing is different. I do things differently from the upbringing of my wife. She is good. She's organized with Sikani Sani Mano. Now I can make cost her. I'm buying stuff that I don't even like. We don't even need. Or no cost her. She buys what we need. And Nema baby, I'm telling you, maybe do finance say like ABC was an say.
Go beso ubukobio to read up.
It's just that it's just that man. Like sometimes in my mind, I'm thinking, say, cat can see us and I could do check. Yeah, I said me timid in me go now. You know, you know. But when we listen to our wives, like just imagine the problems we would save by just listening to them, because on say meaning say Ghana, sometimes I mix Nigerian sayings, the Ghanaian sayings. Say Bema de Owari Oba Nwatiti Oba. Like there's this saying.
And then in Nigeria.
In Nigeria. Okay. It's as a Emma, they don't
like they are children. No.
No, these are women are created beings. Actually,
Omo Kwano. Omo dream me no nyina ye adwuma at the time.
Yeah.
Intilo. And you say, oh yes, smart to say no. Even
look at it. Fan said, my wife can be using all the 4 burners on the stove at the same time. Me too, I can handle 2.
Yeah. Me kwade me ne wo di kobokra na bibi fufuro bia ebe mo I'm distracted. And my wife fight with me. Oh, the baby kid to a bounty me name me. Now, woman, me you oba. But your baby, it is so baby we. And that's how we do things.
But I think say you said something that how do we get back to this? The man has to realize, say, hey, I've messed up. I've given over the authority. And the woman has to also realize, hey, I've
taken it away
from you, you know. Let your husband lead on it. And if you have to correct him in a way, maybe privately, or maybe say me fee senka yeni say, you know. I've seen wives talk to their husbands in public, which is disrespectful. It's you know, it's he's not a kid.
Yeah.
He's not your child.
Or back to Akwano. And maybe they back realize and say, Mama Fono. It's like omu training omo ekunumum and moja omama.
And it's
it looks to me say I've seen so many people if I say be a movie bedidi ma room me dey see
yeah
obedru now udidi na room how many times I mean say udidi a horo chance okay now can I am the bufu ma solve my day but call room chance am dey hye the next day oba na ne body free ya de maka say udidi a horo chance o yes no aka no akogina ho no all different, The balance will make it sure. It's just like, but we also need to understand that there's a deliberate attempt to destroy. I think we have to focus on Sani, man, because it seems that most of us, the men and the women, do not understand.
No.
Say there is a deliberate attempt at a cause society.
Yeah.
And I think in your realization, there is a deliberate attempt at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it goes back to the account last week, knowing the sacredness of this union, this family structure, being a covenant, God is involved. And you will be say baby nyankopon born and pc bia no
so to money
until you always know say there'll be some money nearby to disrupt this whole flow of nyankopon and once we understand it I think it gives us an ammunition be to arm ourselves with knowledge and begin to see some of these things because this struggle is real. It's real, and I hope and pray this Father's Day, some conversations would happen, and sometimes, I think it goes back to Nkolano. Maybe the wives expect so much from us that maybe a subconscious, what kind of say, but I think we have to also guard how we speak to each other, especially the men, and find a way to empower our husbands because this community woman, man, it's
tough.
It's a crazy place.
So take it from this point of view. Me a Bema, but I don't know how to lead. Me with the leadership skills. How do I transfer that leadership to her and bring a problem in the family? Because I know I'm supposed to be the head, but unfortunately, the woman that I am with now, all the leadership skills, in that situation, what do I do as a man?
No, it's the same thing as a company. You have the idea and you give the idea to Obi or Gyimah to carry on a project. As long as they are giving you credit for that idea, everything is fine.
You're okay with it.
The moment they start taking the credit for your initiative, that's what the problem.
That's our whole problem.
Yeah. Until if the wife is good at leadership, a wise woman would always find a way to credit the husband to make it always look like, a year saying this is what we have come up to. What do you think? And it has to go back to the man, but it has give back that authority to him, feed his ego, let him see his own input. The fact doesn't mean say you run away with it and then it becomes your personal
then project. You become the face of it.
Become the face of it. At least let him be involved. This is just feeding into his ego for him to see say I'm also I'm also part of it.
What can some more? Because it didn't go because some of Enyema we ube taking it lightly.
Yeah.
Udi agro be taking it lightly, but it will bite you.
Yeah.
It will bite you. Because the moment I me here now, they be who say, I deal with the me here now. My wife say, we're very good with the hands. Or yes, if you say ba Enyema ye boy you say book a down home, I yes I demand on the but I'm man more spot. A bassy beer, you to be a name I say, and it's a name na. Me to be as so bad me be one day and son of me figure out SM but I don't know bit be a how can say fascist. But they are a bad man say sometimes also no catch us say you say na my dream say I see control me and opposite check with them opposite check with them but also had many about who say well but this is what meet be so I think say it is more about we realizing say we are not in competition. One.
Good.
We are not in competition because it seems that most people a fan competitional level. Okay, me no. Into we okwa na iri kusku ane ha no.
Yeah.
Me no kusku. Now when you say wife could have doctorate. Or still Mrs. It's so wife could have doctorate can be wow. But sometimes some of the women also musaka sane mana ofili say onye
the type BM
and the type of cry say won't be match up.
Yeah.
As a won't be match up. Do something to match up. It affordable say on free so obo but on the enormous pressure so just to be able to match up to on this thing is
so let's look at it this way. If I understand, sir, my wife, okay, going back to Adam, so part of him was taken out and the woman was made.
Yeah.
Until Adam lost something. God used that to make a woman plus more. And then he's bringing this woman
to you,
to Adam, to give Adam what he lost and even more. Until
no, me about you see the should be mama.
So Nyakopon takes the rib from Adam. Adam has lost something. Out of that rib, God creates a whole new person with additional capabilities, and then brings this person to come and partner with Adam to accomplish Omugola. Into Adam is getting back what he lost plus more.
Yes.
And he said, Mimi, hunu se, our wives are bringing more to us to complete and complement us and help us to even become better versions of ourselves. It takes away that whole thing about competition.
You are right.
Yeah, it takes away that because my wife makes more money than I do. If I don't tell you, you won't.
You don't know.
And it's nobody's business.
Yes.
It's nobody's business whether she makes more money. At the end of the day, our family is moving forward with things we want to do. We have our business on the side. We have things that we are doing. We have people that we are helping and supporting. And
people that are supported us too. Everything is working.
It is our business. It is our business. Until if you're coming outside on behalf of the enemy and trying to kagumasum say, hey, it's none of your business. At the end of the day, I'm not competing with my wife.
Free. Ghana buy. Na papa no bedru ye no. Na man na no kofa na ofa buy no man akasa wo adwumem. Into the year na kofa that time so na year ni GL Mercedes Benz nice car. Na the kofa pay buy. Them so papa no car na oba ni twi na was zoomi say e dey be man car otimudi.
Be private.
Jawu. Go money twi be $20,000 car. I don't want to afraid you buy 92 Camry. Go great. It's your fat, let offer in a P. I call your shopping. I can't get to Camry. Also, the papa take care of the papa say the new young fair. And they had about all the carry the book. Obidu, you no friend and sister. Uncle, a friend and sister, bear man and mammy. Hey,
be ready.
Can't be our top money. Kebi otoma na irepa na ohwe kebi a otimu ha me kwa betigana na betigana kwa bitwisa akalo.
None of his business. You create unnecessary tension in people's homes, and then it leads to unnecessary competition and envy, jealousy, which are all attributes of the enemy.
And it got to the man.
Yeah.
It got to madam because the mama friend and the mama friend no. Mama so smart or should put in a way say it's like I'm looking out for you. Opportunity say, kaya okay. It just a car identity car. It just a problem be brave or car no. It's unam kwema na bibi kusia. Mo so highway nkwa. Adena opportunity in a way. So then the man started telling the woman say, I need a new car. And then the woman realized say, a car has never been a problem.
No.
But since it was for me, Hannah, what's going on? And then the woman started to say, no, I can't live with this man. This man got to go.
Yeah.
Then it become a huge problem.
Yeah. And so you see the enemy. I think many of us, I don't know the details, but many of us sometimes unknowingly can become agents of the enemy. And the enemy always comes with that pretext, under the pretext of looking out for you. So the same thing with Eve, the same playbook.
Yeah.
The entire nyame se mamundi e no se mudi amoni be
oni baby obey so no
yeah me hu niema wa shada pa we bad then if say obey so no in the I think say all of these things as we celebrate men and then we have to remind ourselves that we are not in competition with our wives, our spouses. It's not a competition, it's just a blessing. Christ we really has certain skills be a uni.
Ambitious wife.
Yeah. She's bringing it to the table. And a man also say find a wise way to always feed that ego of your husband as the head of a ye. Ask for his opinion. Find a way to BBT said trash. I don't know if we said this last week.
Trash.
Yeah, trash.
And the problem, trash.
You know, find a way to, what don't you think, sir? Ye free hair, yeah. You know, let the man be done. Oh, yeah, I think so, you know.
When you pay Minnesota, say, especially minimum about other tribes there. But me, baby, at the Bema in the baller.
Yeah.
Baby, Bema don't even. Prior crowd, not Bema, for prior. Nancy, I say. Because in those days, the prior crowd count, I say, Fatu on the Tiaso. Yes, I said, you Beba,
Yeah, I've heard that.
Sarah, you hold it here. Trying to put a man and trash and broom in the same sentence, very problematic.
Yeah.
But I'm for so free, Galaba, those time of Minnesota, and on your go be on the girl no. Call girl if you are getting a catcher, not girl also 8 year. Or say 8 year there, and remember the ball out to nobody fee her on the B ball. And I girl Buza said, to feel no papa no, na papa na Ebola. I don't say I papa na Ebola. I don't catch any papa Bauman in Ebola. Get a frame, Madame Funedi. Men are true me, oh no. Madame Funedi didn't papa tennis, and I'm trying to explain to Madame Funedi say, "Crew had the unia."
Yeah.
Ball out of day. Oh yeah, they'll be. Oh yeah, they'll be.
Yeah.
You know, me only fat and. His problem was many problems say me ball out, but how I would demand they say me ball out.
Yeah.
First of all, me know it. Me 2 fee a woo fee. I didn't think I say be ball out fee. Bet me about fee maybe a ball no. I fool me yama.
Yeah.
But as to say oh damn say me ball no. As a me juma no.
Yeah.
It's just.
And I think it comes back to this whole wisdom on how to say things, even with our kids.
Yes.
You know, and I really commend you. Me whole video about Shita now here near, you know, to see a man cook at home to help out. In many of our cultures, no, men don't do that. You know, men don't do that.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, maybe so. I spent a lot of time in the kitchen with my mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because now I was fascinated by the fact that Jenny, we know I can't boom. Then it comes out. Yeah,
different. Yeah, none of them look like there.
Yeah,
who you see it.
I want to be there. I want to see, and I learned, and I was the taster. We also can't remember. You say. All of those small benefits are named Nyawo Hono. And my I grew up knowing how to cook. And then I don't have any problem with food. My wife, she can not go to the kitchen for 2 months. I'm not going to complain. You know,
only problem, cry.
No, you know, because she's working. I'm also working. You know, na sembina me noa eyibi ofiona anko ina nkolano. They've put me as low grade cook because and I was listening to the ancestors. Whose ancestors go move trim add little water, add little water now. I don't know. Every family member at your once hey, daddy did this, daddy did this. But I think later on I redeemed myself, but still up to now I think I left a scar on Kolana Junior.
and you know this thing that it's you know a very funny, but it will stay with them for the rest of their lives.
Yeah,
it will stay with them for the rest of. I remember said there was this man via Misha, that is me and Papa too quiet. I never knew my father, and me Papa down for another beer or Baba Sarmena. No, pardon for the Pia. He was the one that taught us my father.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he was the one that taught us my father. No, baby, I'm not telling mama, man. And nobody said the be up penny, but he was the one that taught us he was my father. And I remember because I said the last time in the CIA, I was telling him baby or buy a call near the go move from Masabetra cry. Hona in tempte. Of check it, yeah, no more 6 years.
Wow.
And I was telling him a very profound. Father role is very, very important.
It is.
It's super important.
It is. And I think that we have to also be deliberate about it. Sometimes more I just feel like I need to go home. You know, just I know I can do better than I'm doing, but I want to be there for Nkolano. That role, no, is, I think that we underestimate the power of the influence that fathers ewo omumba lives more, especially their daughters, because it plays a big role in marital lives, any decisions so make it and be and some of these questions we are the best people to give them answers, you know. And I am on answers, so I do go look for answers somewhere. It might not be what we want them to hear. And I think as a memo think about yourself and get back to being the man of the house, near the man of the house or down for no, but reclaim that. And
you're authoritative.
No, it's not. Remember, say you are also accountable to someone who does not boss you around. Someone who leads you out of love and respect and gives you your free will. The head of the man, no? The sacrifices that Ono has made on your behalf as a man, the length he has gone to forgive you, the graces that he's offered to you, his mercy, and then pass this same too. It's as a result of those grace in response to him, no, and your servant, no. You know, when we pass this same to our spouses, in response to that, no, they would also work with us. I don't use the word serve us. It might be taken the wrong way.
Very dominant.
Yeah, but they would react differently to us. And then the Yemanosu who our relationship, then they are also obedient to us. Look at how far it can go. And then the neighbors,
ripple effect.
Then the neighbors begin to see,
family way different.
Family way different. Family way different. And then almost also they are learning something. Your man and now for begin to see, there's something unique about my family. Look at how much glory Odema Yankopon as a result of just submitting to the chain of command.
Wow. Chain of command, the problem.
Yeah.
But ebusia be brediate. Ebusia be brediate. And one thing we need to know, so no say, deliberate. And you say, tena no omari yasese omaya yetimua so we single ada yeboa.
Yeah. Aye.
O yes UK crowd is hu UK de eso kokodu ho a itibi catch o say say bia we hear help bi na wakọ opportunity center no itibi catch say uni ukuru jaya no abajiwe. Yeah. Like people can tell you direct.
Yeah.
Inti oba de be fia o say so no culture no utibi sori ya keke say menu kuna jaya. Enti say BBC. Enti oba.
Now wait me there make case. Waiting na.
Minti we dey interview. Enti oba obom fe ne won fe nko. But to be do now rips no. Say rebels we dey ba ko dada. But to be do we say rips ni dey bubu. It is so hard so be maintaining marriage. I know a lot of people that were married omo and they travel outside Ghana.
Yeah. Boom. But I want to say, Enra, I was doing, I'm doing the studies on the book of Daniel. Daniel chapter 7, right near share the different kingdoms. And going to little prophecy.
Okay.
Also, the image of Nebuchadnezzar was metals, gold, silver, bronze, iron. But the same scenario in Daniel. But in Daniel, he didn't show him metals. He showed him animals. The lion, the bear, the leopard, and the fourth one was different from Omuna.
You see the beast.
Yeah, it shows that in the eyes of Nipano, we see these countries as nice countries, nice kingdoms, nice. But in the eyes of God, no. They are dangerous countries, because no country is built to achieve the agenda of Nyankopon. No.
None of them.
Into any institution in Yankopon,
especially the EU. None of them.
Yeah, into any institution in Yankopon, the Biano. These countries, Emrano is not there. And then we have this program called Walk with the Pastor. I work with members and they ask questions. And I'm back on there, maybe about dressing or about dressing the whole and I'm kind of say, Mama, a business or no, I'm not tired so on found say, sorry, and I say, sorry, man, better. Or no, it's business. Or
Atari. Oh no, decided
nothing is planned with us in mind. And we have to understand this. Until when we come and we see this community a womb and the pressures we have to make a conscious decision and say, hey, based on the plans based on responsibilities, yet na ha ebeboy na say mwa. Ejuma we ye ebeboy na say mwa. Me shift we ebeboy me na say mwa. We have to consciously, we don't just do any and then ask God. No. To make some of these decisions, and we can always go to him and ask, because most of these problems could be a shift so many things. These things are not programmed to help you succeed in your marriage. None of them.
Wow. Is that Gyimah?
Yes, sir.
I know.
Yes, sir.
But because it's conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah.
For a very long time, we've not had it. There was a man I was talking to since the 60s. Nobody have talked about marriage structure in America because we feel like it is not necessary. And I hear why free a yes, a person inherited that culture, and it's becoming very demon. But before I ever call, everyone who should talk.
Man, listen, but na me catch us ode and one a blended gene who said a professional, and Kiki so say Kiki I knew say Nyanko Beka, but Ubusan question he could not give an immediate answer. He took like 4 or 5 bites. Who said there was something in my mind. I'm thinking,
perform to the Lord, or perform to
the but I appreciate what you did. And
thank you.
And I think maybe I started challenge be, so me say me name your pie a corn soup. Where the corn soup there?
Me near bro,
Oh, sir.
Minimum contain near bro. He's the only person also matters to own near bro.
Yes, sir.
Near bro and be other.
And I think the islands, the main ingredient near a corn. It's a soup, but the corn into your corner is part of the soup. No, we are not own.
Now the soup.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we were trying to do, we thought about it, and what we are trying to do, they say, no, so as a show.
Oh,
we talked about it. It will be throwing the challenge.
Yes.
The man, they only expect that all the
coming to that, no. Yes, man said, back kitchen allow us to explore. No matter how our food tastes, encourage us and don't put us down. And chinima now the chine good don't say because me don't make it look like you're fine. Encourage us, because I think at the end of the day, every man wants his home to be happy.
Of course.
Every man wants the best.
That's the goal.
And the least that we need is that enabling environment to help us to thrive. And then we can gradually get to where we need to be as a member.
My wife has always told me, say, one more kitchen. Me di home for kitchen type of cry. And from last night, I've really thought I really need to get involved.
Yeah.
Because even when I was doing that, I was sometimes or can't sama. That's how I'm imagining. Or can't sama say nagging. But seeing other people also saying the same thing, now it tells me say no, and you're my wife. It tells me say I really have to be there. You see them incredible.
Yeah.
Kitchen or them little bit
because many wife the same thing. I think some of the greatest conversations we've had.
It's in the kitchen.
It's in the kitchen when we are cooking together. And I think say it's good company for them. The fact that we mami, you know, it bonds you. There's that bonding in team. Man, yes, Remo, your back kitchen. Say Adrian but and the man also so no yenya butro kitchen hall. You know, cooking is a process. Don't just. Also take about 8 hours.
8 hours is incredible because at the same time we will estimate. It's me na it's before seven let's say it was me overestimated. But what I realized is I say Emma broke it.
Oh yeah.
Emma also you remember you who say also the way you know you be you free say oh sana be at but Emma broke it pa me see ba could be 2 year pa the way it's shame you know because for you the years.
Apart from that me ye bibi kakra bia mitimi yusu nchense wo kitchen ho.
Oh, tell me about that.
Using nchense wo kitchen ho nyina.
Tell me about that. Yeah. I know.
But we need the organizational skills of to be around.
You run the me you know la o ba so na me. O say the wife say I'm here you know. Okay. More cookie vape.
I think so. We want our families to be great.
Yes, and, we do.
With all seriousness, no, let's strive for this. Knowing that the enemy is against us, no.
Yes.
And he's going to use people either close to us or further away from us to achieve the agenda, no. And conquer for business, mono. We have to make sure that we are not being agents of the enemy, but agents of Nyankopon to help Crawford to achieve what they're supposed to achieve. I think say NSA will have better homes. Our children would have stable homes to grow in, and gradually, our communities will become better places. And I want to say a special prayer for Mema before we close. When you say your
okay, so I want you to tell me about the e-first, the T-shirts. T-shirts, no. Many every ASAP.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Always say a prayer.
Always say.
Yeah.
And is it what's to say ASAP? So this is your own, right?
Yeah. So me and my wife we started this Christian clothing. The whole goal is to start conversations.
Okay.
Into we have like 50 designs. Osha. We want somebody to see you and start a conversation with you. They are conversation starters. Well, back when we checked post office the other day, and it was so amazing. Say, cashier at the counter, started giving a testimony, and says, "Give it to God and go to sleep." Say back when say it's so difficult. So the baby and back when say she was doing that, but she finally ran out of energy and she gave it to God. Now all testified, "Nyame, ayamano." Now me feel say customers buying her, she stop talking. But she went on, and everybody was just saying, "Wow, praise the Lord." You pee and I'm a bad boy, and I said, "Oh, Daddy, now I know why you wear these t-shirts so people can start a conversation about Nyankopon."
And then you hear me.
Yeah, I'll get you.
You hear me.
Yeah.
My church for food in India.
I know more sizes.
You never because we all need to start a conversation.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Gyimah for prayers in the chat over now.
Yeah.
I feel been signing out.
Okay. Bonpai. Eternal God, dawase ewie adomne ehumobra odiamai. Thank you so much for the fathers in our lives, and because of their sacrifices, some of us are fathers, and we pray that we are in the position to also bring future fathers into this world. Many of us have fallen through the cracks along the way. We have given up the authority of the Mayan, either willingly or unwillingly. Yes, also help us to realize our faults and give us courage, give us wisdom, and above all, give us the humility of heart to be able to realize we have fallen short. Our spouses and the special people in our lives. Yes, also you will also give them the wisdom to hand back that authority to us if they have taken it away in any way. Yesro said, "Boa emema," especially on this Father's Day. Don't let it just be about physical gifts, but bless us spiritually, bless us emotionally, bless us mentally, and bless us physically. Help us to be the men that you have made us to be, and help us to take charge of our families, to lead in worship, to lead in prayers, and to mentor our kids, and help us to be better citizens of our communities. And at the end of the day, so that our homes can be an enabling environment for our children and our family members to thrive. Let there be peace in our homes. There's a family that is struggling, and their wish is there would be that family. Yes, please help them, because that is what you do. You are the loving Father. And help us, remember, to recognize we answer to your authority. Help us to submit to you, so that by our examples, our wives can also submit to us, and our children can submit to us. Thank you so much. Yes, Rose, you bless this radio station, Afro 614. And your mom, give them the wisdom and the resources they need. Bless the Ghanaian community, bless our African community, and bless the city of Columbus in general. May your name be exalted, because we've asked all of this in the matchless name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Your friend Kumasi Nyame, me Dr. Gyimah and the next Sunday, so yabesaba. Me producer ye Ernesto Nyame sure say ubo jumedi yechi edemaye. Edo bibi ase. Yabeseshia.